Hello, people of faith. Good evening on this beautiful day. It was such a gorgeous day today. Oh my goodness. It feels like summer is officially back. Spring is just going. Yeah, yesterday was my first time mowing the lawn for this year, this season. So here we go. But I love spring. I love all the new growth and just the fresh start. So good. And I just want to remind you guys to go ahead and check out my coaching course on business on my website, monicafaithstrong.com. And also like, comment, and share, and hit that notification bell. That way you know when I'm going live. And we will get into the word of encouragement. All right. So, yes, I wonder how you all are doing. It is good, going good here. This morning when I was reading, and just, doing my devotions, I was reminded to just about this one verse about Daniel. And I was reading in Daniel 6. And I just think that his life is so inspiring. And he's got such a good character. He's got such good character. And when I think of all the things that he did that we can read about, I have to think of steadfast. That he was steadfast, and he had this steadfast relationship with God, where he was, unmovable, and he was dedicated to talking with God throughout the day. So much so that people noticed that he would, certain times of the day he would take time to pray. And this is what I want to point out, is how he was promoted by somebody that was not living for God, was not dedicated to God like Daniel was. And verse 3 goes like this. Then this Daniel was preferred above presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. And, this is the thing, that not all people are trustworthy. They don't necessarily have God first in their life. But if they have a business or, a kingdom to run, they want people they can trust to work for them. People that they can depend on to carry out whatever that they have going on. And God used this man to promote Daniel and to have great influence. He how do I want to say this? He valued Daniel's insight, his opinion on things, and that is just so great, because God is the ultimate truth. And so if we want to make an impact, and if we want to have a fruitful, a prosperous impact, following what God has for us, just the basic principles of living a honest and God-fearing life, is going to bear fruit. I mean, it is going to, it's going to prosper. And that's the way to be successful, I like to think. Or I need to say that the truth of God's word is a great plan for success. And so that's just a lot to think about, that this man valued what Daniel stood for. He saw an excellent spirit was in him. And so I just want to share that with you. And you know, if there's something that because he was surrounded, you know, he was surrounded by people that did not believe like he did, that they did not think the way he did, and yet he stood for what was right, and he was promoted. And so sometimes we're in this situation where we're surrounded by people that don't see what we see, or you know, don't necessarily stand with us, but we can depend on God to get us where he wants us to be. And I was also reminded of Ecclesiastes 3:11, where it says that God has made everything beautiful in its time. And so we can depend on God to work all things out for good, to make everything beautiful in its time. That, you know, in the waiting and in the process, you know, it can be challenging, but we can trust that God's will be done if we believe. And so when we think about, you know, the faith journey and to believe what God has for us, we need to, sometimes we need to pause. Sometimes we need to pause, and we need to realign ourselves with God's purpose for us, to not lose sight of hope, but to keep on believing and to keep on trusting that God is going to work all things out, and that he's going to make all things beautiful in its time. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that inspires you to keep going and to stand strong in all the things that God has for you, to keep on believing. And even when everything around you is not making sense, and what you're feeling is making you want to maybe lose hope, to just focus on and to remember what God has talked to you about and the truth of his word. We can always look into the Bible for the truth of his word and stand on the promises, to be strong and to not give up. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that inspires you, and I hope you guys are encouraged, and I pray that you have a great night, and that God will provide you with great rest, a peaceful rest, that you are prepared for the day tomorrow. And I am planning on being back on next Tuesday night at 8:30. And so I will let you guys go. Goodbye, Instagram.